there's sowing and reaping. And whatsoever we want out of life, we need to be ready to give that. And life is not passive. So meaning that really whatever I want, if I want more money, then I have to be in a place where I'm sowing, I am investing, right? One of the things I shared during this week was the fact that I use change as a weapon, right? Because Heraclitus tells us that nothing is permanent. The only thing that is permanent is change. Right? Everything is always changing. Everything will change. So when you know that change is certain, you can use it as a weapon.
That's a weapon, yeah. That's true.
Because you know, things will change, so you can use that. So that's what I use. I know that things will change, like exchange rate is changing, all of that. So therefore, what am I doing? I'm investing today to reap, to ward against the increase of the exchange rate, right? So I'm not staying constant, right? I'm not leaving myself to be at the mercy of inflation. I'm investing such that I will have much more money than the fall of the naira that will be able to help me. So irrespective of what naira depreciation is, I'm already guiding against it. I'm looking years in advance, and I'm already doing things today that will generate the funds for me to give me that insurance, you know, and a lot of other things like that, you know. So life is not static, not if you want to be happy. You know, you have to be continuously pushing things in line with your purpose, what you believe is your purpose, what is you believe you want to get out of life, right? You have to look ahead and determine what you want and begin to ask and pray as to what do I need to do today to ascertain that by that time tomorrow, I would have what I want, not what I don't want.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, that's the whole summary. I could go and use word by word, but I think discussing freely here is more powerful than doing that.
Yeah. So all these series, all these, I know it's hard work, but if I appreciate it just like you did last lesson, if you could send me, PDF of all these, because some of them I wanted to print them out and hang them, especially, what did I do today? What will I do? How do I live? There's something so that when I wake up, I read it, there's a way some of this thing will change someone's life.
Absolutely.
Even the stuff they say, fake it until you make it. Honestly, it works,
Absolutely. I'll tell you that.
There's no way you can get what you want if not working towards it. Give it something. So I want some things I can look at. I'm honestly, you've been a blessing, in some of the impartations and what you say, how you say it and all that. You may not be perfect. I'm not perfect, but at least the most important thing is saying, things are as it is. And like we discussed, I realize in organization, most especially people who rise up are not people who are the best, are not people who know better than others, but people who are cunning, who are ready to play the game according to the unseen, because there are usually two rules in everything in life.
Yep.
There's the seen and the unseen rules.
Absolutely.
And what matters is the unseen rules.
Yep.
People like me, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist, it doesn't work.
Yes. Be more like me also. What's most important is all of that is temporal. What's most important is what's permanent. The one that will pass the test of time, So anything that is temporal, what you want to work for is that thing that is permanent, that is there, forever. When company will pass away, management will pass away, what stays is who you are and what you can generate, So that's what you need to pursue. Man's gift is passing. If man gives, man can take. But if God gives, only God can take.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's why the word of God will tell us that someone can hurt my body, but not my spirit.
Absolutely.
The spirit belongs to God, and it takes only God to destroy it.
Absolutely.
That's the matter. And the other thing again is, thinking about people killing people. I look at it and I laugh, and I'm like, if you kill me today, does it mean you will never die?
Even
Even Hitler with the mass suicide that he what would I say, started. He died, and you're still. I know there is, there's a lot of conspiracy theory about when and where he died, which is true, but there's no way Hitler can be alive till today.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Unfortunately, the way we are made as human beings, when things are going for us, we forget our mortality.
Exactly.
We think we'll live forever, and just a human tendency. That's why in ancient Greek, they had a slave follow the general, reminding him that he's mortal, because he feels he's God, because he's winning the battles, everything is going well for him. He feels he's God, he will live forever. So they had to have a slave going behind him, just reminding him that, remember, you're human, remember, you're mortal, you're going to die one day, just to balance that feeling, that comes upon you, because everything is working for you. You think you're immortal. So same thing happens to people that are fast track people. When they are getting all the promotions, they feel that they're immortal. Once they get to one point now that they don't get that promotion as frequent as possible, then they become depressed.
What you're saying. Yeah, they become depressed. I mean, all of us, we all pass through some form of depression, no matter how little, throughout our lifetime. Yeah. I remember my early days, my first, how it works with Schlumberger. I joined Schlumberger. After 2 weeks, I went to France, because that's where you do your orientation, your induction, having to understand better the company you're working for and meet some other people across the world.
Yeah.
So I stayed in one hotel in La Défense, Mécu, that's in Paris. And I was on the ninth floor. I saw some people. I was so bored. I'm a social animal, like I told you, and that's one of my weakness. I always like to be with people. It's not difficult for me, because for me to really do what I need to do, I like noise for me to study and do things, but I realize it's no longer important for me, that kind of thing. So I saw some people playing football. I went down to there, say I want to play with them. It's okay, while we're playing, after, where people want you, who are you? These, I say I'm Chidi, I'm from Nigeria. I think some of them, they know Nigeria, some do not, but the one that really breaks the camel's back was when they asked me what I do. Oh, I say I'm an engineer with Schlumberger. I say, Schlumberger what? None of them knew what Schlumberger is. And I'm like, there's nobody in Nigeria, in the university, even if they are using sociology, that didn't know Shell, Chevron, Schlumberger, Halliburton, Baker, because all of us were aspiring then, even from year one, to go and work for these companies. And then when I joined Schlumberger, I knew about the history of Conrad and Marcellus. They are French guys. They are the ones that, started the company. Now it's multinational. Yeah. And these guys, French guys, don't know about this French company.
Yes.
And I'm like,
that because they have a wide range. They have a wide range of opportunity, unlike us.
Yeah. That you are the CEO of Chevron. Everybody in Chevron sees number one, the god of Chevron. The woman in my village doesn't even know the company called Chevron, talk less of who the CEO is.
Absolutely.
You see why we need to be humble.
Yes.
When we think that we have it all, we really don't. We really don't. I was talking with my friend, is one time. All our situation, including you, we are the same. We had to get Naira, convert to dollar, and spend with family and all that. He just pointed at that woman peeling orange and this. He said, two of us now are worrying about the exchange rate. They didn't have moved to 360. This woman doesn't know what exchange rate is.
Absolutely. She couldn't be bothered.
Exactly. I'm having heartbreaks because of this. And that woman, she's happy with her selling this thing for 50 Naira, and even if there's any increase, she doesn't even know where it's coming from. And you and I, we beat ourselves. Say, look, if you look at what Jesus, this is me adding it now. If you look at what Jesus said, that for you to get into the kingdom of God, you need to have the heart of children. Yes. You know why? Because children, they don't worry about nothing.
Absolutely.
Once they eat food and go and play, they shit, they sleep, they wake up. That is all. You and I, we're already doing that. And then we're doing the extra of worrying. My children have to finish school. They have to marry this person, go here, do this.
Yes.
Most times, I'm not saying it's good to live life as a roller coaster.
It's a balance.
We need to have a balance.
You
We
have
need to
get a
understand
balance.
our limitations. We need to understand our limitations.
Absolutely.
One thing, I end on this one. I saw one, I don't know whether it's an Indian that said it, and it's actually Raghavan that sent that to me. The Indian guy said, you have problem. You say yes. He said, can you solve the problem? You say no. He said, then why are you worried about the problem?
Yeah.
You have problem. You say yes. Can you solve the problem? You say yes. He said, then why are you worrying? Just go ahead and solve the problem.
Absolutely.
So you understand in life, once you know you have the capability, go ahead, go to work and solve it. And if you can't solve it, just hold your arms, let the problem. I argued with Maureen one time when I think that's this time that she was the engineering manager. We had, I don't know what engineering manager. So, we had a group session like this, So in one of them, I said, every problem in life has a solution. They are like, what do you mean? I said, the solution is time. She argued and said, listen, I don't know whether she was saying you passed WAEC and then you didn't do it, you didn't pass WAEC or all this. And I said, look, once that one pass and this thing, your mind is free. That is the time we need. The problem is solved. Absolutely. So it doesn't have to be that it has to be based on human standard or whoever standard. With time, everything. When my mom died, that's when I started having high blood pressure, the way everything spiked and all that. Yeah, I'm having that high blood pressure today, but I'm not worried about my mom again.
Absolutely.
So time heals every wound.
Yes. Time puts everybody in its place. Time, you can have anything you want in life if you allow time to work for you.
Yeah.
You can be a billionaire. All you need to do is allow time to make it up. Our problems is because we want it too fast. But if you give time its place to do its proper work, you can have and you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, so yeah. Honestly,
it's possible when you respect time.
That's true. And that's why when we were in primary school, they started from primary 1, primary 2, and they have different curriculum, knowing that at this level, this is what they don't just come and give us primary 16 in primary 1.
Absolutely.
Ecclesiastes, what is this? Is it Ecclesiastes waiting? They said there is time for everything.
Yes. So there is time for everything, our problem, because we are too much in a hurry. We're too much in a hurry, so we miss everything. Hurry is not of God. Hurry is of the devil, right? We need to respect time. When you allow time to take its place, have its proper place, all things are possible. You will not have high blood pressure. You will not have stress. You see, when you understand also that the world, life, follows an ordered step. See, when you don't understand that life is ordered, that's when you start getting worried. Life is ordered. Things don't just happen. Everything happens for a reason and for a purpose. When you understand that, you stop worrying.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason and for a purpose. Your place is not to fight it. Your place is to agree with it and use it. When you understand life that much, everything will work for you. You will have no problem.
Amen. So there's a book you need to recommend to people when they, getting into fears, worries, and killing themselves. For this book by Dale Carnegie, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. You see a whole lot of cases, scenarios.
I have the book.
I like the book. It's great.
Yes.
It's a good one.
It is. Yeah.
So
it is.
People need to read it and see a whole lot of cases and all that. To be honest with you, the best way to learn a whole lot of things in life is learning from people's experiences. Why am I saying that? there are some personal experiences that you never live to,
True. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Somebody make a mistake and got into a guillotine and got cut into 3 or 2 and died. Would you want to get in there before you learn that you need to observe unnecessary precautions?
You sure don't want to do that. Yeah. The other thing about reading other people's experiences also, it gives you speed, right?
Yes.
It gives you speed. You can have 20 years experience in just 1 week of reading about it.
That's true. That's true.
Awesome. You gain 20 years. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Let's shut this down. I need to have another meeting at 3 o'clock.